So that's the car park for Penshurst out in the field. I managed to get here, and this is the beginning of looking around the gardens. Right now it's just fields. Hopefully it will get a little bit more interesting. So behind me was where I came in and paid admission, and there was a gift shop and a little cafe. And it was a really nice day. It was bright and sunny. It was nice to be walking out in the gardens. I drove here with a rental car on the very narrow, treacherous roads. So I'm not sure who or what this is, but it looks like a big cat, rabbit. I don't know what that is. That apparently was the lime walk. So those big trees there, I don't think they're lime trees, but they're some sort of tree. I'll tell you later exactly what the botanical name is. They have a few roses. Now apparently this is the red, white, and blue for the British flag. And if I had a drone and you went up over top of it, you would see that it makes the pattern of the British flag. And what do we have here? Oh, it's a lovely fountain. And a lily pond. I like the lily ponds around here. A plethora of lily ponds. And there's the big house. You can kind of see it from here. I think that's the church over there, the village church. You need to be close to a church, you know. But there's the house. We'll see it better when we get to go in at 11:30. It's huge though. I think they made their money in the high-tech industry. So that's kind of a nice shot of the church. And here's some more little gardens. I'm not sure what this is called, but I do have a map so I could find out. And then you go through the yew hedge, not the I hedge, but the yew hedge. And, oh, it's just the orchard. Okay, that was kind of a letdown. I will say one thing, there's nobody around here. I think because it's so early and it's a Monday. But it is kind of nice to not have a lot of people around. So I guess this is the peony border. Yes, we are definitely at the end of the peony season. Have to tear these all out and put something else in. The lovely perennial borders on both sides of the path. Apparently this is the Jubilee Walk and gates. And there's something about it from Victorian times. There was a picture. Now here's a lupin in the pink, which is very pretty, as well as a lot of baby's breath. Gypsophilia, I think. Oh, there's some cosmos in the back there. I know those ones. And of course the foxglove. I don't know what this is called. I should, but I don't. The purple alyssum, a favorite of bees. You know, it's funny that they're not buzzing. Here's a lovely shot looking back toward the house. It looks bigger in real life. This is the Italian garden, the box hedges, and they have a sign about how they got box blight and some other disease. And they're trying to cure the plants. Also planting in more roses in here. Yeah, that's a big tree. And then this is just another shot of the house in the Italian gardens with the box hedges. And then off into the distance, and of course the clouds. You gotta have the clouds. So now in this little, I don't know what you'd call it, portico, something like that, stone building, they have a bunch of posters talking about the castle through the ages. I shall read them all and give you a full report. So I'm going to give you the abridged version because this story went on, and I think I can skip some of it. Okay, the place is 683 years old, so there have been a few previous owners. Some may still be there. Also, additions to the building over the years were medieval and then Tudor style. In 1328, the grounds and maybe a building were owned by the Penshurst family. It was bought by Sir John de Pulteney, a wealthy merchant and several times Lord Mayor of London. In 1341, he builds the Baron's Hall with its 60-foot ceiling and chestnut beams, and also the room up above it, which had a little surprise to it, which was kind of interesting and fun. It's really surprising that this thing has never burnt down since 1341. Okay. To the left there is the doorway that goes up to this little room above the Baron's Hall. They have it set up as a dining room. I don't know if that's what it was used for originally, but it was part of the original building. Now here, this is what's called a squint. And it looks down on the area we were just in. So you can see the party going on. So in 1349, John dies of the Black Death, and the place passes through his family. In 1429, it's on the market, and this is where it gains association with the royal family, which for the place is a blessing and a curse, actually. John, Duke of Bedford, and Henry IV's son, buys it. He builds a second hall off the corner of the building. Then it passes through his family and is inherited by King Henry VI. Now he has lots of houses, so he gifts it to Humphrey Stafford, 1st Duke of Buckingham. I'm not going to research his relationship to the crown, but I think there was one. He passes it to the 2nd Duke. The 2nd Duke is beheaded in 1483. Then Henry VII gets onto the throne, and he gives it back to the son of the guy that was beheaded. His name is Edward. Then Henry VIII gets on the throne and has Edward beheaded. It happens. Now, just by chance, this is the same time Henry VIII is interested in Anne Boleyn, and Penshurst Place just happens to be very close to Hever Castle, where Anne Boleyn lives. Think it's a coincidence? I don't. Okay, Henry dies in 1547, and it passes to his son, Edward VI, who gifts it to William Sidney, who was his tutor and friend. From 1552, it has been passed down in the Sidney family, who are now the Viscounts de Lisles, and they still own it and maintain it. So if you're keeping track, that's 2 beheadings, 3 royal gifts, and 1 death by the Black Death. So over the years, much work has been done, of course, on the building and the grounds, and particularly in the 19th century, there was interest in the grounds by one of the owners, and he really did a lot to the gardens. The place opened in 1947 to the public. So this was called the Long Gallery, and well, it's kind of long. Lots and lots of pictures. I like the ceiling though, all the motifs on it. So this is the old coach house, and I guess the stables were around here someplace, and the horses would have been here and gone out that archway, probably, or maybe this, no, I don't know. Okay, I don't know, but this is where the horses were, and the coaches.